We're talking about Wicked City. Not because there's another show coming out called Wicked City. This has nothing to do with that. Trust me. I'm gonna do you a favor right now, Internet. If you're semi-interested or even vaguely curious about the new show called Wicked City, and you go to Google and type in Wicked City and this comes up, I'm gonna save you. Because you're probably not looking for this. If you are looking for this, good for you, you sick bastard. If you know anything about Wicked City, you know about this scene. You probably do, let's be honest. You probably know about this. You know this scene. You know this is from Wicked City. Not for children. No way. It is... Nah. They will give them a complex. Back in the day, there was this super awesome Japanese martial arts action movie star who was the shit. And his name was Sonny Chiba. And Sonny Chiba did everything. Except this movie. So they just drew the guy to look like Sonny Chiba because he would not do this movie because it's totally Men in Black meets Total Recall with Sonny Chiba porn style. That's exactly what this is, and there's no way he would do that. And once again, nobody does the 80s like early 90s Japan, because holy shit, they captured the 80s. The essence of the 80s, they captured. For all intents and purposes, this is, for lack of a better word, totally a fucking hentai. Except, all the really juicy parts are not in it. They're alluded to. You get to see them in shadow and you get to hear their squishiness, but you don't really get to see anything. It starts out this dude Taki is totally getting laid. Poor Taki, he's got it rough. He's got it rough. Everyone knows he's a player, and everybody gives him shit about it. I bet you could never bang her. I'll bet you blah blah. Okay, haha, son of a bitch! Doesn't matter that she's a black world plant. Doesn't matter. And he doesn't even have time to take off his tie before he gets that BJ. And he's classy like that. Just does a little internal monologuing and then smiles and then goes with it. Because that's what he does. Okay. Wicked City has one of those rare audio tracks that is both really terrible and pretty good. You remember that B movie that you really wanted your friends to watch, but you know it's an acquired taste, and you know to get to the really good part, the thing that is this core element that makes this movie good, you have to get your friends to sit through all these really uncomfortable, hardcore porn situations that are alluded to in the background, and even though I'm here to save you, I'm gonna stand here for 10 minutes and watch these 3 guys just go to town on you while I stick my head in the throbby stomach vagina, because that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I do, because I'm not Sonny Chiba. At the end of this scene, we all know what happens. He bones down, she turns into weird monster. He jumps away, almost losing his cock, which is terrible and would have ruined the entire movie. Movie over. But after that weird night, he goes into the humans in the dark world, and you're like, the humans in the dark world? Holy shit, this shit is about to get heavy. And it does. And the story's actually pretty good. You've seen it before. It's a little predictable, but it's not bad. The weird porn doesn't really help, but it doesn't really hurt. That makes sense. Turns out Taki is an agent. They don't really explain who he actually works for, but he's a blackguard. And a blackguard is someone who deals with problems regarding the human world and the black world, which are where demons or whatever these beings are, the black world beings, that's where they come from. They're from the black world, we're from Earth. We kind of coexist, but there's turmoil. There are people who want to get along, there are people who don't. And the beings from the black world are these weird looking mutant demon things. They have weird powers and they have strange abilities. They can regenerate and they're weird. They're just weird, and they're all kind of different, even though we never find out what Makie really looks like. And Makie is Taki's new partner for their special assignment guarding Giuseppe Meyart. It just so happens that Earth and the Black World have a peace treaty, and Giuseppe Meyart is crucial in making sure that treaty happens, so they need him, and they need him alive, the key to the peace ceremony. So they have to guard him, because if they can kill Giuseppe, peace ceremony canceled. They never go into the dark world, and that is something I would have liked to have seen. If we didn't get Makie's form, whatever, that's fine. I did want to know about the black world. I just would, just a little bit. And their fake jobs are totally not equal, because Taki is super badass and like 6'1" and chiseled and kind of looks like Sonny Chiba, but he's an electrical salesman. He like sells dishwashers and shit. But Makie is a fucking supermodel. That's her cover. I'm a supermodel. What the shit is that? That is bullshit. First of all, not fair. Second of all, what the hell are you thinking? You can't just be a supermodel and an agent. Your, like, face is how you make money. Duh! I sit in an office and, you know, get strange after work. But I sit in an office all day. No one's seeing me until I'm pulling this huge gun on them, which has got to be the worst idea ever, because no matter where you go, there's evidence that you were here. There's this giant imprint in this concrete of this dude everywhere he goes. Pin himself against this wall because he knows he's gonna fuck it up, but he knows it. I'm sure their damage report is astronomical. It is a pretty sweet gun though. He's got this little suit jacket. No way! Did you see that thing? There is no way his little suit jacket covers that gun. So when they get their client, Mr. Giuseppe Meyer, the ambassador to both the human and the black world, turns out he's a little fucking pervert. Are you surprised? Of course you're not. And all he wants is to get out of here and have some titties. That's all he wants. That's really all he wants with his weird Triceratops head, whatever's going on up there. Anyway, so they're having to deal with Mr. Myart. At the same time, they're having to deal with all these radical blackworlders who are trying to kill them. If you're a fan of B movies, it's actually a pretty good B movie. If you can get past all the really hardcore innuendos, it's actually a pretty good B movie. It's pretty good. You can't handle it, it's horrifying. And it is. 'Cause it is. But that's why it's called Wicked City. There is a twist. You kind of see it coming, but at the same time, not exactly the way that you thought. But no, seriously, that's really hardcore and it's really hard to sit through. Especially if you've never seen it. If you've seen it, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You're like, what? They don't show anything. Yeah, you see boobs and weird vagina with teeth, but other than that, you see nothing. It's just really, really hardcorely alluded to. It's just a movie. It's only 90 minutes. You can totally do this. But yeah, it's really uncomfortable to sit through with somebody else. It kind of is. Once again, if you're both, you know, mature and experienced anime viewers, it's not so bad. But if one of you has a pillow on your lap, this was a bad idea. Yeah, the animation's a little dated, but it still looks pretty good. It still looks pretty good. The actiony parts are really actiony. I like the art style and the character design. The voice acting's okay. It's not great, but that's kind of why it's good. It's so not good, it is good. Overall, I found the experience to be just as fun as it was when I first watched it. Even though I already knew what was happening, it's still pretty fun to watch. Like I said, if you like B movies, this is actually a really good B movie. It does kind of make you feel like you need a shower. Yeah, a little bit. But I bet you it's still going to be better than that TV show. Ha ha! B-movie and hardcore innuendos and all. Bad dub and everything. I bet you it is. Overall, my official rating and my unofficial rating system, totally watchable. It's watchable. It's watch-worthy. But if you're a casual anime viewer, at your own discretion, you might skip it, and I understand. Because it's not for you. Check it out if you've got the balls. This is AniView by Dave. I, of course, am Dave. If you have any questions, comments, confusion, suggestions, put them below, and I will get back to you. See you next time. And please, don't be like, hey, are you new to anime? Watch Wicked City, because that's not cool. Other times it's not cool to watch Wicked City are as follows: Christmas, birthdays, Mother's Day, weddings, first dates. Name something not appropriate. It's only okay to watch around experienced anime fans. Because frankly, I don't care how old you are, if you're not an experienced anime fan, this is going to haunt you for a while. Not forever, for a while. And honestly, probably the best place and time to watch Wicked City is alone. Because frankly, do you want to find out your friend is into that? Not right there while it's happening. That would be weird. If he just tells you, that's weird enough. But that's no way as weird as watching it unfold right next to you on the couch. Very, very silently and awkward. Because the conversation you would have if he just told you would be strange enough. Because that's one of those things that you shouldn't tell anybody. Maybe not even your doctor or your priest. But seriously, he's going to come up to you and be like, dude, you know what? I saw that thing, Wicked City, that you told me to watch. Man, I really like pussy. But I would love some pussy with some teeth. We cannot be friends anymore.